I've been playing a lot and recording a lot of it out of order, and I messed up on this video. I edited it, recorded all the extra audio, and I go to upload it, and the audio is not synced. And I have deleted everything relating to it, except the video itself. So now I have to do a voiceover over the entire video, guessing what I was talking about or doing, and I'm really sorry about that. I have put a lot of work in today to cleaning up all the videos that have been mid-work, and hopefully we never run into a situation like this again. So I apologize. I know the stream video was short and bad quality, and I guess now, unfortunately, this one is too. I was really excited about this video, but sadly, it is what it is. So I will try to salvage what I can and hope the videos after keep improving. As you saw, the beginning part of this was mostly me doing little bits and things here or there to finish leveling up my gatherers and crafters to 80 before the server shut down, because I wanted to be 80 everything just to kind of have a nice level baseline and everything equal. So I was doing some turn-ins and levy quests and all sorts of random things. I also had just taken a break after the stream. I still hadn't slept. It had been easily over 30 hours at that point that I had been awake, and it started showing after a while. No idea where I got them or what they were from, maybe scripts or something, but I'm just unloading on some, I think it was a mount and some orchestration scrolls I had picked up from somewhere. And we go straight into me finishing off the white mage dungeons that I didn't finish off before during the stream. And I believe that marks the last and final dungeon run for animal weapons that I needed to do. The next whole section was me going back and forth, getting the materials or the unidentifiables crafted into the anima actual materials, and getting the different and multiple stages for White Mage and Dragoon. I think a couple more like Bard too. And I showed the weapons and gave my thoughts about them and showed the achievements and all that. So all of that's in here still. I'm not going to get rid of any of that or edit any of that out. So I'll let you enjoy looking at that and seeing the skins and achievements pop, as all of the long grind and hard work that I had been putting into was finally paying off, and it was a really happy feeling. And it still is to see this, even though the video got ruined. Also, as you will see going through all this, it was definitely a lot more than just those few I mentioned. I believe the plan was I was saving 2 classes for Endwalker to come to progress, and that was Scholar and Summoner. Since they were tied together with the books, I figured, hey, this is what I have now, I'll save these 2 for when Endwalker drops. So those are the only 2 that I believe aren't going to be shown here, but all the others in their next few steps and achievements are. And after all of this ties up, I will be, or wanted to at that time, go over the Endwalker preliminary patch notes, and I'm going to pull that up on the screen and say a few things. I had spoken, of course, at the time about it, but since we're here now, I remember the big points, and of course it's recorded, so I'll just go over that again. As I'm sure all of y'all have or did read over that, there's just a few things relating to me specifically that I wanted to touch over with the big changes they were bringing into Endwalker, and I just kind of scrolled through here to go over and touch on a few of those. And one of the, if not the biggest change, was the change to DR, because I had been putting that off and worried about it, and even to this day still am. The massive grind of the DR runs I have to do, which is over 70, and the change to Endwalker was interesting at this point in time. I will, in a more current video, actually go over how those changes feel, but for now I will try to keep it as true to how I felt at this time, which was really happy to see that even though there might not be a lot of people queuing for it, hey, no matter what, the max time you're going to have to wait is 10 minutes. And then we'll put you in with a lower party, if not all 24 join, and based off how many you're missing, we will give you an echo buff. And this made me really happy because it seemed like no matter what, I'm not going to spend forever in queue. I'll always get a team, and it might even be faster with less people, making it just even more enjoyable and a faster process. And of course, belts are being removed, meme here, meme there. It freed open a lot of slots because we now got extra inventory space for weapons and rings. I didn't really need the ring space that much, but the weapons I really did, so I was happy with this. And of course, less gear to worry about crafting and gearing up with is always nice. And another really big one, not the most relevant, but still he saves time for me. They did a random change to the crystal sand for animal weapons, which instead of needing anywhere from 60 to 80 based off RNG, they reduced it to a flat 60. Now, of course, we found out some not so truths about this as we went on, but like I said, I will keep things as I saw them here at that time. And yeah, so this means period still, no matter what, it's going to take less sand. So I did waste a little bit of tomes on Umbrite and a little bit of time on blue scripts, but really it's just a nice change to see, and it'll make things easy for people in the future, especially if you know exactly how much you'll need and not have to deal with random RNG stuff for something annoying like that. And of course, there's the change to the gathering with no more HQ gathering, but you can still craft HQ things. I think it's a cool change. My inventory has always been bad, and not having to worry about some of that stuff now just makes it that much more simple. And you get more of it now when gathering. So, I mean, I just think it's an all-around amazing change, and I can't wait to play around with it. And of course, I still needed a few more Aether oils at the time, which meant I still had to be grinding crystal towers and lining them up with alliance raids to be as efficient as possible. I think I was trying to fit them all in before Endwalker. I don't even remember if I got them by the time Endwalker comes out, but you know, I was still doing those, and then just still going back and forth between crafting or gathering for scripts and all of that. I think I included like a really fast sped up a montage of turning them in or something here. And also the Moogle Tombstone event was going on, or Tombstone, sorry. And the only thing I had left to buy, I think, was just spending what I had left on the map pieces since they stacked, and then ended up buying something a little fun with the leftovers because I had already gotten everything that was collectible or that I needed. This next part here was just me turning in the Crystal Tower quests for the Aether Oil. I think going over how many more I needed to do and breaking down some like quick math on how I needed to like double up on them to get them all done by Endwalker. I'm sure I'll have it in the actual next video on how all of that went, or how all of it will be going in the future. And basically going around and getting the rest of the unidentifiables that I would need for the future. I ended up going to some beast tribes and using currencies to get some leftovers since I had tons of currencies and things like that. I think I even picked up some orchestration scrolls, mounts, or minis while I was there as well. And here is the little speed up turn in thing that I was talking about earlier. Just kind of doing some I think I was talking about something while just showing, the process of turning a bunch in, picking up blue scripts, finishing them off, going back, getting more in, repeating the cycle. I was on the final stretch of getting everything I needed, especially with that change to the blue or crystal sand needed for anima weapons. I definitely was going to get everything I needed by the time the server shut down, so I was just, like I said, on the final stretch. And one of the last things I wanted to do was turn all these scripts I had on me at the time in for sand, just to go ahead and get it out of the way. I wasn't going to be doing any of the quests since it's not until Endwalker drops that the sand required changes, but I can go ahead and exchange what I had for the sand in preparation for that. And the funny thing is, I kind of have some of the audio for all this ladder stuff, but I've had to work over half of it myself now, so I figured, why go back to what I had? We'll just keep going the way I'm going now to finish this video off. And to finish it off, I'm going to be hanging out here and logging out here while the servers go down in preparation, and log back in here for the time being. And I made a new glam to go through Endwalker with. I hope y'all like it.